one thing I have to say is I feel like there's a difference between cockiness and confidence. The difference would just be in terms of how much self you incorporate into what you're doing. There's a level of humility that I walk around with just based on the fact that depending on the struggle, depending on the process, I'm not always going to talk my ish. There's going to be times where I might drop a line in there. I'm not going to stick my chest out all the way out all the time just based on what exactly I don't even know. So when I've learned, like, there's certain mistakes I've made, and I've just learned, like, understand where you are. Be real with yourself, because that's the only way you're going to get better. You know what I mean? That's if you want to get better. If you already feel like you there, then, boy, you might have a lot of growing to do. So, you know. So, yeah, I might talk my ish here and there, but I don't know. I can't relate to people that just are always talking their ish, like, all the time. Like,
I admire it, though.
I don't know.
I think about it's because there's a part of me, like, I'm dope and I do dope shit. Like,
Yeah,
there's a
we
part
get
of me,
this.
but I admire people. I
don't know. All the time, though? I feel like there's times where you need it, and then there's times where you just need to just...
Because sneakily, the reason I admire it, because sneakily, when I'm not tweeting or when I'm not putting it publicly, I'm talking that shit in my house, though. Like, in real life,
Right.
on the streets, I'm doing that. So I think that's what I admire it. Because outside of the cameras or the podcast and the social media or even the bars of music, like walking on the street and shit, without even talking to no one, just me, I'm sneakily like, okay, shit, I like that beat. Oh, I'm gonna have to kill motherfuckers on this beat. Like, oh, they're trying to, oh, I'm very competitive. Do you know what I mean? So sneakily I'm walking around. When I'm in the studio, an engineer's like, yeah, I like that. I'm like, no. Because I'm like a one take guy. But still, so when I'm in the studio, engineers, oh, I like that. I'm like, no, one more. And that's why, like, me and my guy says have a great work relationship. Yeah. Because if you don't know, if you don't pay attention, or if you haven't met me before, you might think it's a thing where he's saying it's not, you're saying you like it, and he's saying he doesn't like it. Like, what's going on? And it's not that. So by the time, so he'll be like, oh, I see what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? And then we work it, because sometimes you want a variation. And I might not even know what I want the other take for. It doesn't mean I'm doing a retake. It means keep that dope shit. Stop buying. But record this, because I might use that another part of the track. I might use that as a double, as a back. You know what I mean? So that's why we have a great relationship. Because you could tell me like, oh, that sounded great, one take. And I'm like, yeah, that's dope, let's do it again. And we could do this like 10 times. Yeah. And it will frustrate someone that doesn't get it. Because I'm perfectionist. Like, you know what I mean? You got it, and then I'll have these 10 different takes and I'll be like, alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to reverse 5 of them takes. That's what I'm like, here he go. Where's he going with this? We're going to reverse.
Ain't that some Kendrick stuff? That's Kendrick right there.
Really?
Yes.
I keep hearing this shit.
That is Kendrick.
Because I'll be like, we're going to reverse 5 of them takes.
do that.
Drop the volume a little bit and put them in the back.
You see what I'm saying?
And you see the other 5? We're going to layer them. So look at one after. Yeah, and then he'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna auto-tune just one, so it sounds like someone. So many people start going back and forth. I'm like, oh, I didn't even. Then we just create some magic.
I don't think you understand. That's Kendrick.
Okay, I didn't.
That's so crazy that you, like, even down to the thought process. That's wild. But
that's crazy.
To segue into something a little bit more serious. 1 year ago, the Black Mamba decided, and his beloved baby Mamba, and all those other 8 or 9 passengers passed on into the next life to meet with God. And, you know, it's been a year since.
New reporting at this hour in the helicopter crash that killed Kobe Bryant and 8 others, including one of his own daughters. Tonight, the bodies of all 9 victims have now been recovered. All of them are being mourned tonight. And LeBron James saying today, I'm not ready, but here I go.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. It don't feel like it's been a year at all. It still don't make no sense. I still wish that they were all here.
We still have no real answers.
Yeah, we don't really know what caused it. We don't know what happened. We have no idea.
Life and the pandemic and everything else going around.
It's not been something easy to speak on or to even accept as somebody who looked up to said person. I don't understand it. I remember having to go work like literally the next day, and I just didn't know what to do with myself at all.
I was recovering. I was recovering when I heard the news, and it was like, You know, like, what?
Didn't make no sense. I was in my house, chilling. My bro calls me like, yo. So like, bro, what's up? Yo, Kobe just... What? What you talking about, bro? What you chatting about right now? It's like, yo, check the internet. TMZ just put it out.
Crazy.
TMZ just put it out. You sure it's not one of them hoax, like... You know what I mean?
When you hear TMZ, just like, what the hell?
What? Like, nah.
And you just hoping it wasn't.
Sure enough, it was. And one thing I could take away from him is one of his most famous quotes. Your aim is to get better every day. To get better every day and to inspire others to be inspired. And then they inspire others. And that's just there. That's the main point of why you do what you do and whatnot. You know? So, rest in peace.
Shelly Bean.
To the Bean, to Baby Bean, and to all those people that went off. And imagine they were going off to do something that they love to do, which was practice. It's crazy. So I just wanted to throw that in there. And yeah. And then Chadwick, like, what was it, like a few weeks after?
The whole year was like a hit squad, right?
Crazy.
And I can't even say the whole year because this stuff started in like 2018, maybe 2019.
Yeah.
And it was just like, because I remember where I was with Nipsey, like, so many things were happening and it was like a hit squad. But these people gave us so much positive experiences and memories and that's why they live on. And like you said, that's what we're striving to do and create our legacy to go forward. Because you can see these people touch so many people's lives by working to become great at what they do. And that's why they live on. And that's what we're trying to do. Do you know what I mean? So each project we do, even you can even see the growth in our podcast, man. It's crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
Shout out to all of you lot that tune into our stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? We literally just two kings trying to remind everyone else that they're royal.
You know what I mean? Do you have a favorite Kobe memory?
I would just... One that doesn't get spoken about enough, which would be his 41 points in Toronto, where he had some of the craziest 3 points I've ever seen in my life. Like, he was just hitting... I don't understand it. Like, they really needed every bucket, and this was when Steve Nash and Dwight Howard was on the team.
Terrible team.
And, you know, like, we needed to win a certain amount of games to get to the playoffs. And I remember before the year, like, right in the middle of the year when certain people were going down and stuff, he guaranteed it. He was just like, I don't care what happens, this team will make it into the playoffs. So now he put that extra pressure on himself and the team. So they're in Toronto. I was about to say we. See, that's how invested I was in the team. They're in Toronto. And Rudy Gay's on the team. DeMar DeRozan on the team. Like, it was a stacked. It didn't look like we was going to win. And this is bum Dwight Howard. Like, with the shoulder before he decided to get fit again last year. And this is like teetering Steve Nash, like, on the edge of retirement.
He's done, bro.
That's what they gave Kobe to work with. Like, the last year of his full prime.
Chris Paul, we'll give you...
We'll stop Nash. Chris Paul. We'll let Dwayne Wade and LeBron play together. We'll let Tony Parker and the Spurs have their big three. We'll let the Celtics have their big three. But just Chris Paul, sorry. We're not giving you Chris Paul. It was crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, so they gave him that. We're in Toronto. We're down the whole game. This dude, the last 3 minutes, I don't know where he found this. I don't know what, like, I don't even understand how he was able to just, like, make the shots he needed to make. But then, like, the last 3 minutes, it was like, it didn't matter what you did. Two players, 3 players, it didn't matter. Falling away out of bounds, it didn't matter. Like, 2 seconds of clock, it didn't matter. And, like, he just kept hitting the threes off the three. And this is a 2-point specialist, by the way. But it was like, if you didn't hit them threes, then we wouldn't have won the game. So I just remember him hitting 1 3 where he literally pushes a player off, goes to the edge on the baseline on the right side. Steve Nash inbounds passes to him. He grabs the ball from like here, turns around, fades away out of bounds, hits it, right? Very next play, he gets the ball down, crosses over, Dwight Howard sets a screen, rolls to the basket. He still got the ball alive. Now they've double teamed him. He's at the edge of the end of the baseline. almost about to fall out of bounds. He triple head fakes, fades away, in. The next one, he gets the next. This is consecutive plays, you know. The next one, he gets the ball, they double team, he runs right around the defense, dunks the ball over on top of somebody's head. And it was like, those were like the ceiling buckets. It was crazy. So that's one memory of mine that I just remember. And it's not really talked about because
that's
obviously
a dope memory.
Everyone's like, of the 81 points, the 60 points.
He's got too many big.
That particular one?
Too many. Because in that sequence you're describing is when he also spanked the Toronto coach. Spanked his ass. Like,
it's crazy.
Like, killed your team tonight.
Nuts. Like, he was different. That was somebody just different.
Remember.
And he said, like, hopefully everyone can see my work and apply it to anything else that they choose to do. So that mama mentality is what I choose to apply in my poetry, in my battle rap, in everything that I choose to do. Like, we are constantly getting better at is what we choose to do, which is this. Individually, we support each other, we big each other up. We didn't ask for no handouts. Kobe never asked for no handouts. We're not asking for any. We are just saying, when we do dope stuff, it speaks for itself.
Facts.
That's a favorite Kobe memory of mine.
Facts.
What about you?
My favorite Kobe, well, one of my favorite Kobe memories is in Olympics.
Oh man.
When Paul Gasol is on his team in the Lakers.
Yeah. This is 2008. This is 2008.
So Paul Gasol's on the Lakers,
yeah.
You know, we're dope. In the Olympics, Paul's playing for Spain.
Yeah.
And in like the first couple of plays, Paul sets a screen on Kobe, and Kobe runs Paul into the ground. His teammate, his friend, the whole like, he runs Paul into the ground, looks at the ref and says, "My foul." And he just sets the tone as in, "You're on the opposite team right now, boy." And it was an intentional. It was an intentional unsportsman. Like, it was just like, you ain't setting no screens today.
Wow.
Not me.
Wow.
And stuff like that. When you see the final score at the end, people just look at the plays. Stuff like that means the game is won from the beginning. Because now you got guys wary of setting screens, like which are very important. You got guys who are 7 foot. Not setting screens now. And, yeah, that was my. Because I remember watching that just thinking, how are they gonna stop Powell? What defense are they gonna use to stop? Because he's too long, he's too tall. Kobe plays with this guy, he knows how dangerous he is. You can't affect his shot, it's too high. You know what I mean?
This is prime
And
Powell.
then immediately I saw it. Oh, that's how you stop him. You get in his head. Straight. Now he's...
Garnett did it just the finals before why we lost, which that 2008 where Kobe finally got MVP really burns my soul that we didn't win the championship. Like, all my days that hurts, but my bad, good.
But yeah, that's one of my favorite Kobe memories because that's just like the little things that cause a win. Because he scored a lot of points in that game, you know, but these little things that seal the win, and that kind of stuff where his attention to detail in his workouts and his training, stuff like that. Just that little thing in the game where a lot of players, especially superstar players, don't really want to take that kind of foul. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, just mind games, knowing I can set the tone early. I can have people fear me. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Great Kobe story. That's just a testament to his mentality and why he was one of the most destructive players from beginning to end. And in an age where we watch people only play one side of the ball, he was destroying you on offense. And when you go back down to play offense, he's taking you out. This was the era where the best players guarded the best players. Now it's not like that.
We protect Steph Curry, don't we?
And James Harden.
Don't we?
We do.
They're great scorers. I don't take nothing from them.
We do.
But we protect them. We build a wall in front of them.
Crazy.
Defense.
Crazy. They don't have to. They only have to.
Kyrie has to break your forward's ankles because the other guard who should be guarding Kyrie, who is Steph, will never guard him for whatever reason.
Crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, rest in peace to the Mamba. Rest in peace to Baby Mamba. GG, Mamba Cita, all of that. Shout out to the Mamba Sports Foundation and all of that.
For real.
You know what I mean? They're still inspiring and still encouraging. Shout out to Kyrie, always repping. DeMar DeRozan, Devin Booker, all of the team members, all of them. We see y'all. Yeah. Rest in peace.
What a loss.
And Chadwick Boseman as well, because I don't like. They were almost like, what, 2-3 weeks apart? Like, it was crazy. Like, what? Like, anyway, so. Yeah.
So young as well, man.
Yeah. Both of them in their 40s. That's another thing. Like, they were both in their 40s. So, you know, some of our black icons don't have a lot of time. So, give the icons their flowers when they can smell them.
But when you're special, you're going to be remembered. Because we're still talking about Tupac.
That's a fact.
When you're special, you leave a legacy, man. You do. That's what I think. There's a part of me that's in that Tupac mode as well. That's why I want to record so much. Where it's not just recording for the sake of, like, everything I'm trying to do is quality. I'm taking the same approach, but I think I'm trying to record a lot. Like, I'm looking at my catalog where some people might be like, oh, right, you got it. And I'm like, no, I need this many more songs and dope stuff and like, do you know what I mean? And we're still talking about Tupac because you're still hearing new stuff.
Not only that,
it's dope,
bro. He was one of the best lyricists and song creators.
Yeah, he had the hooks and everything
ever.
Bro.
And he died at 25. I think it was, right. 25.
Young as hell. Yeah, but he
put that work. The catalog. He made
and
enough.
It's all good stuff.
He made enough music for 3 lifetimes.
It's
it was
all
crazy
good stuff, man.
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
I'm trying to get in that Tupac bag.
Oh yeah, we definitely going there. So yeah, Boris
right, you couldn't help yourself.
No, because he couldn't help us. So yeah. What like can somebody explain to, because I didn't even really see this announcement that he wanted to make.
I heard something about, is it like in February or March? End of February or early March we might be easing some lockdown coming out of it or something.
Really?
For a little while, I don't know. A little lockdown holiday or something.
See this one too, man. Can somebody explain
lockdown break?
Can somebody explain?
I don't know, something like that. Like recess or I don't know, but I heard
what?
Lockdown won't be lockdowning throughout for a while.
That makes no sense. That don't make sense. I'm sorry. What is the
people
point?
need a break, okay?
No, we don't. we need this thing to go away is what we need. And the only way that can happen is if you tighten up the laws. You loosening up again. You ain't learned from the last time.
I mean,
this one's, you had a whole year and you seen that none of this loosening up nonsense worked, and you just gonna do the same thing again. Do you not see why I flame this guy constantly now? This is who's making decisions on the country. That idiot.
I mean,
defend it if you can defend it.
Oh no, I'm just saying his administration is saying that the lockdown has been locked down in for a while, but they need to not lock down for a little while so they can go back into lockdown.
What? Can somebody make sense of that?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
That's what they're saying. People need a break.
What? My people, listen to me, man. Look, I will say this again. Unlocking lockdown is not helping anybody.
What if he does it like he done with the NHS? What if he makes it official?
What, the unlockdown?
Yeah, like an official recess.
What?
Because remember he done the official, because we had them claps.
Oh yeah,
but they were successful. Yeah, but then we had the official claps for the NHS.
What?
And it might be an official.
Somebody, how, like this is. How is this gonna help? How?
Well, I'm saying if he stops lockdown, listen, I'm gonna be performing all my new tracks. You want to come out and show some love?
No,
we're gonna be in them venues. I'm gonna sell these tickets.
This is ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry, but it is. Yeah. It's ridiculous. I really don't understand the direction that this fool has been taking this country ever since the last idiot left this country in mess.
The woman or the man?
Both. Both. That party, and to be honest, the whole government in general
Bunch of war criminals.
has been ruining this country for ages. And are you telling me we have an actual pandemic, right, that requires people to sit? New Zealand is chilling right now.
No, but people said it's their population is smaller and their location is like
What?
with the water, so there's not a lot of trade coming
What?
in to spread. Or
Ain't New Zealand bigger than us?
the Twitter activists and stuff.
Is New Zealand bigger than the UK? That's why.
But the people who post Wikipedia links and stuff online,
Let's use common sense.
they said
New Zealand is bigger than the UK, right? So how is a place that's bigger more freer than a small island that's not even 10% off? Do you want to know how?
They locked down.
Because they locked down. Because there weren't no breaks. There weren't no eat out to help out. There weren't no recess. There weren't no idiot running the country. That woman said, what? Disease. Pack it up. Close everything. Shut down. Finish. For the whole of 2020. This idiot decided to lock down the country in the middle of 2020. And now, what did he do again? Announcement. Oh, we're going to have a break again. If you lot don't see what's going on by now, I don't know when you lot are going to see this.
It's a game. Let's play.
They don't care.
It's a game.
They
Lockdown.
don't care.
No lockdown. Lockdown. No lockdown.
It's like Tom and Jerry. Like, it's like, I want to kill you, but then I know that the show going to be done if I really just stop playing around and done Jerry's dance. You know who, see, I can't even remember his name. He's so, you know who Boris is? He's Tom. He sees
Wow.
Jerry. He is. He sees Jerry. Is supposed to pack that thing up from rip,
Boris the cat.
but makes 7 or 8 series, shows, years
I've been playing with it.
of him playing around. When he could have been done with it off rip. The only difference is we're not in a cartoon. This is real life. And this idiot is messing around with the borders, with the trade, with everything, all over again. My people, please, don't fall for it. COVID is a real thing. People I know are getting it. People I know are getting antibodies. People I know are suffering from it. Some people are passing away because of it. Do not fall for this idiot and his wishy-washy tactics. If you feel like this thing is not real, look at the fact that there's been other countries that has been shut this whole time. Why is our own different when apparently there's a new mutilated strand of COVID out there anyway? Do you see why I laugh at the stupidity that is Boris Johnson, bro? It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. Maybe it's because I still live in Britain. Maybe if I was in another country, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, for real. They enjoying out there in the real world.
Do you understand what I'm saying? But the fact that we've heard things like there's a mutilated COVID thingy now, and you know things are getting worse, 100,000s of death, and the most the people get is we've tried everything we could. No, you didn't try, did you? You're still not trying.
No, they tried everything they could.
They still not trying though.
They could. They're saying this is what we could do. They're measuring it with themselves.
Horrible.
You know what I want to hear from the vaccine people? If you've had the vaccine, let us know in the comment how you're doing, how you're faring.
I'll tell you some stuff off camera.
Let us know. Yeah, comment. Let us know if you're pro-vaccine, if you're anti-vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear all the vaccine thoughts, all the experiences. If you're thinking about getting the vaccine, let us know. I want to hear from the vaccine people. I'm very interested in seeing how divided the country really is.
So yeah, that's y'all MP and Prime Minister, because I never voted for Boris Johnson. Never will, never have, never should have. And you know, to be honest with you, Corbyn should have been in office right now, and none of this nonsense would have been happening. He not playing now, and he not even in office, and he not playing. He not even in office. He doesn't even have a party. and he's still acting better than.
They don't like him.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
He's just saying about his anti.
I will never understand that.
His anti.
What they call it? Anti-Semitic.
His anti-did semantics or something. They don't like.
No, he's not. Stupid.
But they don't like him. They don't like him because he's for the people.
It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. I would like to remind you people that the government is supposed to be for the people. Like, it's supposed to be making decisions based on how hard things are. So when you have a party that's actually for, like, really think about this, right? They're sitting in Parliament discussing whether kids should have free school meals or not. That's a discussion point for them.
They said no.
That's a discussion point, and they even had the audit go
And they get
to
free
say
meals.
no.
They get free meals in Parliament.
They actually said no to these kids.
They get free meals.
What? How is that an even discussion? How is that even up for debate? Kids that are underprivileged, that live in these communities, that don't have nothing, that can't eat, have access to free school meals, and you take that away from them, along with youth clubs, along with healthcare and all of that stuff, and centres and things that they
NHS living
all of this stuff. You splitting benefits and you're doing all types of madness, bro. Apart from, and that's the only things you are serious about. But when it comes to a worldwide disease that can literally take your life by by your own breath, you playing around.
Recess.
Ridiculous. It's preposterous, man. I'm gonna just be real. It's not something that I even remotely find funny in terms of humorous. I'm laughing at how pathetic somebody like that is. And you people put him in office, not me.
His legacy is gonna be tainted, man.
You people put him in office.
Him and Trump. The future history lesson is gonna be crazy.
Ridiculous. I feel sorry for my children that got to read up on this nonsense. That's gonna sound like a video game.
My children growing up in Africa. No European history lessons.
You understand what? Like, nuts. They're gonna look back on this and go, "What, Dad? You went through this?"
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like a weird time, isn't it?
It's wild, man. I'm sorry. I just had to, because it's like, I don't understand. And people, again, this happening again, you know. People don't talk about this stuff. All these icons and celebrities, nobody's saying nothing.
I don't think they're allowed.
Again, bro.
I don't think they care. That doesn't bring them any status. I think we reached the BunDat portion.
Yep. You know what I'm gonna say, so I'm gonna let you go first.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. Boss it challenge.
Whoa. Okay, no.
If you do boss it challenge,
Right.
but you don't boss it in the challenge, when you not see that, it's called boss it challenge.
Right.
Not denim suit challenge. Not I'm a nun challenge. If you do boss it challenge, you need to boss it for the challenge. So everyone who's doing boss it challenge that's not bossing it for the challenge, BunDat. That's the only thing I'm about this week, man.
Oh, Boris Johnson, COVID-19.
Wow.
Tier 5.
Wow.
Recess for lockdown. Parliament. Conservative Party. The death of Kobe and Chadwick.
Yeah.
And the other people that died in that plane crash. The death of Nipsey. Pop Smoke. Lil Peep. All of them. YBN. Lucci. All of these people. BunDat.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm not with that. BunDat. I'm not.
Okay, that was a list.
Those people didn't deserve to die. Parliament needs to fix up. Boris Johnson's toupee needs to actually be a toupee, and he needs to develop some form of a hairline before I could take him seriously. At the end of the day, if he can have his whole life in a mess, then of course he's going to have the country in a mess, which is why I'm always going to continue to roast your stupid ass, because you feel like it's a good idea to have a recess from a lockdown. New Zealand ain't have no recess from a lockdown, nor did France, nor did China. And that's where it originated, according to you lot, which I still don't believe, but whatever.
Wuhan.
So my point is, if all those people could take it seriously, but we got the worst mutilated form of COVID in itself, and you having breaks, what does that say about the people making the decision? What does that say about his party? What does that say about his team? What does that say about him?
Whew. Damn.
So yeah, I had to get it off my chest. My bad.
Damn.
Yeah.
That was a dope wrap up there. Drag Boris.
Yeah.
I've been King Aries.
AJ Raw.
And you've been listening to
BunDat Podcast. Like, comment, share, subscribe, tell your people them, get the likes up, hit the Kickstarter in the description, follow Planet Gottman, follow King Aries, wait for Forever to come out. We've got From the Mouth of Ra, Letter to the Soul of the Limit coming out on the 15th. And yeah, we working, we got more. I got a battle coming out. Well, I'm gonna be battling on the 27th. And yeah, there's more. We'll see you guys next week, man.
We out. So you said Jordan Woods was wearing Jordans and busting in the woods?
No, okay, this is the extras. No, don't believe him.
You said she busted in the woods?
No.
In what, Jordan 7?
You are actually... Turn the camera off.